Hello, hello. Okay, I had to make sure I could actually do the quests, but after being informed by Akuma that we still had more Hildibrand left to go, that meant we could continue this solo quest adventure. I did check the quests themselves, and it looks like they're like 2 quests instead of 4. So normally we would do like a set of 4 before, but oh, thank you. But because each one is like 2, and there's 4 of 2, so we might do like 2 and 2 if it doesn't take too long. I don't know how long each one takes. Like maybe, oh god, like maybe they made them super long, or maybe they're just the same length. If they're the same length, we'll try to get through 4. If not, then we will do less. All right. Hello, Louise. Seems like a different account. So yeah, I'm already there at the actual location because I needed to make sure we could actually do it. Hello, Ald. Okay, so we have Nashu. Cannot wonder if you're about to have a bad time. So from the last thing I remember, Hildibrand was like shot into the sky. Well, I'll be ShenShiney in the flesh. A pleasure to see you again. Wait, is this what they call serendipity? It is, isn't it? That settles it. You've got to help me find the inspector. Core, I was hoping you would silently agree. So I've been trying to calculate the trajectory. Okay. So I've been trying to calculate the trajectory the inspector took when he catapulted into the sky again. I've triple-checked my figures and concluded he must have landed somewhere here in Ishgard. Unfortunately, the investigation hasn't been proceeding as smoothly as I'd hoped. Now that you're here, we're sure to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone hasn't had dealings with a gentlemanly Highlander. Okay, so the idea is... Oh god, it's very loud. So the last quest was obviously not in this new area. This one is in this new area. So I guess that's why it makes sense. Like, oh, he magically was like shot. Why am I using the mouse? Mouse. Or not mouse, keys. Am I supposed to be talking to everybody? Yes. Telling you YouTube changed the names around? Well, then let's check really fast. What? Okay, I'm still okay at least. A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? My apologies, but I cannot say I've had dealings with the man you describe. Next one's here. Everyone's so, like, fancy looking. Good morrow to you, madam. Oh, you're looking for someone? A gentlemanly Highlander? I know not this man of whom you speak, but mayhaps Mistress Elaine. Alas, wait. Alassae does. What the? She's well acquainted with rather a lot of merchants and noblemen. That's a name. Nor lace. I've sold my fair share of goods to Highlander adventurers, but I'd not describe such clients as particularly gentlemanly, I'm afraid. Okay, lace. You're special. What? I'm the real Ald now? Like your thing is same, right? As ever, a warm welcome to you, miss. How may I be of service? A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? Now that I think of it, I've heard tell of a foreigner who may be the man whom you speak. Begging your pardons, miss, but did you say you know Inspector Hildibrand? An acquaintance of yours, I presume. I do not know his name, only that he's here by invitation of Lord Edmund, or so it is rumored. Oh, Edmund saved him. Surely, as a ward of House Four Temps, it would be a trifling matter to go and ask him after him at the manor. Core, I knew it was serendipity. To Four Temps Manor. We're gonna keep pretty zoomed in because we're not fighting much. It's the last vigil, right? Yeah. Hasn't changed? Well, Louise, you have a bunch of stuff at the end of yours, and I'm positive you didn't have it before. Well met, Mr. Shiny. Do you require assistance? How did I not run into Hildibrand if he's been a ward of House Forton? Aye, it is as you say this time. Lord Edmund is entertaining a foreign guest. Huzzah, we found the inspector. It's gonna be like Friar Dean or something. If I'm not mistaken, their meeting should be ending shortly. If you'd like, you may retire to this gazebo and wait for our guest to depart. A gazebo? Aren't those dangerous? Then again, you seem a responsible sort, not like the kind to let a wild gazebo run amok. Very well. We'll humbly accept your offer. I'm guessing it's implying she doesn't know what a gazebo was. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Ald, I agree. And if it wakes up, I'll have you there to protect me. Yes, she does not know what a gazebo is. I'm trying to do my best cat girl voice. Although I'm not adding a bunch of yes. Speak with the who? Oh, I've never been to this gazebo. I didn't even know they had a gazebo here. You always see them? We have not always seen them. That must be Inspector Hildibrand. I cannot well imagine how arduous your journey must have been. There's no way this is Hildibrand. This has to be Briardian. Truth be told, I found the brisk Coerthan air to be rather invigorating. It stimulates both body and mind. Body and mind both. A welcome benefit that one must discuss matters of commerce. I dare say we would not have accomplished so much otherwise. There you are, Inspector. I've been looking all over for you. Oh gosh. Okay, it's his dad. Okay, then I did the wrong voice. I did not expect that. That's weird. YouTube is weird. Please, Twitch, pay whatever to let Shen back in. I don't know anymore. I say, who do I see before me? Not one, but two of my beloved son, faithful companions. Lord Cuthbert? But I thought... Hildy in Ishgard, this is the first I've heard of it. Aha, I found you at last, heretic. Yes, you, the hulking brute with the mad gleam in his eye. Your brazen heresy is plain for all to see. Surrender yourself to the Inquisition at once. I beg your pardon, this man is an Uldan merchant, here at the behest of House Forton. Such baseless accusations will not be tolerated. A guest of House Forton? Then he couldn't possibly. Though there were those two wards but they were acquitted of all the charges in a trial by combat. And if he demands the right to, then I would personally have to... Oh dear. He's doing squats for intimidation. A thousand apologies, good sir. I spoke out of turn. I'm Seer, and, as you may have guessed, I'm an inquisitor who has been charged with investigating reports of a rather suspicious, possibly heretical individual. Oh, a heretic, you say, and who bears a passing resemblance to me? I, a man rather muscular, wearing dark garments and acquitting himself in a somewhat gentlemanly fashion, as some might say. That heretic sounds like a spitting image of Inspector Hildibrand. Could he be a fan? Say again, you're acquainted with such a man? Dude, those gloves are skin tight on my hands. I see. The man you were looking for is Lord Godbert's son. It would seem our investigations may be connected. If so, I put to you a proposal. The first reported sightings of the heretic I am tracking came from Falcon's Nest. Mayhaps we should journey there together. It is, after all, possible that we are seeking the self-same individual. If so, and if he is innocent, it would be for the best if you were present when I apprehend him, as we might resolve this matter without incident. I say we go with him, Shen. This looks like our best lead yet. And I shall accompany you all. It's been far too long since I've laid my eye on my beloved son, and if there's a chance we might be reunited, I should be glad to seize it. And it's settled. We shall leave for Falcon's Nest at once. I wish I could drag the text to the top, because I have it at the bottom. Like, I can't move it, but it makes my eyes look closed every time I read it. So I have to look down. We need to go to Falcon's Nest. That's a full teleport, isn't it? Yeah. The good thing is, since we completed all the, like, flying things, I technically could, I think, fly around here. But it's close enough, it's fine. God, the tiny shorts. Why is he not wearing a coat now when he was wearing a coat before? Mr. Shiny, are these your travel companions? The mysterious muscular vagabond. Ah, yes, a patrol sighted him lurking near the dusk vigil. Thinking he might be a lost traveler, they called out, but rather than approach, he fled. Quite frankly, I'm surprised you bothered to come at all. That sighting's barely warranted a mention in my report. Aha! An unmistakable scent of heresy. Throw him snowballs. Ah, terribly sorry. Old habit I picked up from a mentor. I know. I will not rush to judgment as before. Still, much as I hope to find your missing inspector, I must confess some small desire that we instead unearth a lingering pocket of heresy. Of late, there have been virtually no confirmed instances of heretical misdeeds. It's gotten so bad that some are speculating our funding may be reduced, or worse, that the Inquisition's operations. Oh my God, that the Inquisition's operations might come under review. That is why, Helone as my witness, I will find and bring a heretic to justice, and prove our order still has the value in these uncertain times. Yes, I understand you have your reasons, but whether or not this vagabond was a heretic remains to be seen. Still, if you are set upon your course, you may begin your search near the dusk vigil. An excellent suggestion, Sir Redwall. Should we succeed in our endeavor, rest assured that you'll be shared in the glory. He kept the boots on, though. The boots and the gloves. The hunt continues, onwards to the dusk vigil. I'm told that the region is especially cold, so do not forget to dress appropriately for the weather. Somehow, Godbert's gonna show up in less clothes. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is not even a teleport. Your tail feather's better. It is an area I have not unlocked visually, though, I will say. Oh my god. Oh wait, there was a... Wait, where the fuck am I going? Okay, Annex Shrine was closer, I guess. Map. No, it was not. I'm closer now, but if I go to the full map, it shows Annex Shrine. No? I'm so confused. What just happened then? Maybe it's down here under all this nonsense. Nope. Weird. You can with through emote as long as you're in the snow. Oh, it's an actual emote? Fury, take me, it's freezing. Bah, this is a waste of time. No living thing could survive this godforsaken wasteland. I knew it. I was like, Godward's gonna show up in less clothes, and he fucking did. Come on up if you want. Oh, look, over there. Over there, look, someone coming from the vigil. Inspector, is that you? We're gonna end up seeing him in even less clothes. Oh, God. As I live and breathe, of all the places to be united with Master Zombie Brad's compatriots. How fare you all this fine afternoon? Hark! A heretic raised from the dead by his brother's unholy magics. He's not a heretic. He's one of the gentle dead men. What brings you so far from Ul'dah, good sir? Well, as you know, ours is a rather lonely existence, so when we heard rumors of an abandoned fortress held by zombies, we were delighted. I was chosen to serve as an emissary and set out immediately. Alas, it seems my efforts were for naught. Truly, every last one dead? That is to say, irrevocably dead? If it were necessary, then so be it. Still, after coming all this way, it is more than a little disappointing, you understand. Did we kill a place full of zombies? Then, my calculations were wrong? The inspector didn't land in Coerthus? Or he still didn't land yet, and we're still waiting for him to fall. Now, do not fret so. It is our overlord you seek, then you are in luck. As the founder of the Gentle Dead Men, our fates and our aether are inextricably entwined. In fact, I can feel it calling to me now. Truly, good sir, you can guide us to Inspector Hildibrand? As sure as my rotting nose can lead me to fresh brains. Follow me, my friends. One must remain vigilant for heresy, for it can manifest in a myriad of ways. 'Tis a vile, insidious sickness which must needs to be burned out of infection takes hold. Surely zombification would qualify, yes? Confound it, they've left us behind. Yeah, so they do seem still pretty rather short. If I'm checking. Yes, sir, and then no spoilers. Who do they think they are, commandeering this investigation and employing a zombie as a bloodhound? It beggars belief. We must regain control of the situation. With me, Shen. Yeah, thank God for unlocking flying. Wait, how do I throw a snowball? Do I say? How do I do it? It's an emote? I don't see it. It's not that. Okay, that's a fate. You can get it for free at Korthus town below Camp Dragonhead. Doesn't take long to get. Hold a moment, my friends. I must needs concentrate. Master Zombiebrand is indeed nearby, but there is something else, mayhaps a powerful magic confounding my senses. I can guide you no further. We must needs split up and search the area. Now see here, these wastes are infested with wild beasts, and you'd have us split up. Shen can handle herself true, but you've clearly no reason to fear death. But what of Mistress Nashu? Ah, I take your meaning. My good zombie, Shen, pray see to the lady's protection. Inquisitor Sir, would you take the lead? Come on, you two. The inspector's out there somewhere. We're definitely about to fight something. Look, Shen, it's gotta be the inspector. Oh my god. And he's surrounded by giant fluffy man-shaped gazebos. Nay, my lady, they're not mere gazebos. Note their regal bearing. They are gentlemen gazebos. Fearsome yet fastidious foes who would surely tear me rotting limb from rotting limb. Only Shen can save Master Zombiebrand now. Wait. Okay, here. Huh? I have to enter here first? There we go. Inspector, can you hear me? We've been looking all over for you. What if he's just dead? I mean, obviously not, but still. Oh, but this just won't do. You've got to get out of there before you catch a cold. Up, and Adam, everyone is waiting for you. I didn't even help, I just sat there. Forgive me if I pull any harder, my arms are like to tear. No, why is it not going? Ah, there you are, we heard shouting. Have you perchance found something? Godbert's gonna, like, pinky finger him up out of there. Fury take me, is that my heretic? Confound it. I wanted him alive. How did he do anything if he's been in the ground the whole time? Inspector Hildibrand is definitely not a heretic, and he's probably not dead either. He's just hibernating like last time. Hildy ever was a late riser. Fear not, my wife and I had our ways of waking him. I like how even my character's backing away. How? Why? Okay, get up right this instant. Just gonna chuck him back into the air. The less clothes Godbert has, the stronger he is. How did he do anything, though, if he's been stuck in the ground this whole time? Apparently this is how his dad would wake him up every morning, though, so... He's about to just shove him right straight back into the ground, isn't he? Was it the Mandeville Meteor Strike or the Mandeville Meteor Drive? Ah, maybe Julian was right. Trying to name everything only leads to needless confusion. One more time, then. Out you go! Splendidly suplexed, Lord Godbert. How on earth Godbert became a distinguished individual of high society. Where am I? The snowy wastelands of Coerthus. And who are these people I see before me? Ah, but of course, who else would venture into inhospitable climes and wake me up from my slumber but my beloved fans? Why do I feel as though I stepped through a portal into an alternate reality, unbound by the laws of logic? Oh, girl! Why do you have to vomit from up there? Okay. What is that? A mammoth? Where did it come from? Oh, that? When my father drove me into Earth, I found it buried beneath the snow. A little Lalafellian girl, how adorable. Not you, please. Note the firm, muscular legs, not unlike my own. 'Tis clearly a Lalafellian boy. Now that you mention it, I suppose his features are rather masculine. You two cannot possibly be serious. I'm the very soul of seriousness, good sir, especially in matters of deduction. It is undoubtedly a young boy who, much like myself, fell into a deep slumber upon being buried beneath the snow. Now then, let us gently wake him up and ascertain his identity. There, that ought to do it. The Hammer of Healing. What is this place? Who am I? Was he in love? Yeah, I need to send a warning. Moxie throwing up. Oh, she's about to go again. Can you not throw up on all of my cords? Here's the thing, okay? There's a single cord on the floor, and you're throwing up on top of it. I don't know why she aims for the cords. She threw up on that cord, she threw up on this cord. That one, luckily, is just on the floor. She threw up twice on this cord. Great. It would seem that although my father's ungentle ministrations served to restore that young boy to life, they also robbed him of his memory. How did I get here? Who am I? Why can I not remember? Do not worry, young man. Everything will be all right. Take it from me. I have lost my memory more times than I can even remember. Then can you help me remember? Hearken to me now, for I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, do hereby swear to solve the mystery of the amnesiac hobbledehoy. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll get started on a batch of nauseous delights. Effective as your explosives were in the past, I expect that the young Gigi lacks the hardy constitution required to survive such an approach. Gigi? Is that my name? When you woke, you were muttering Gigi. I suspect the phrase may hold some significance to you. So until such time as you learn your real name, I say why not adopt it as your playful moniker? But that's just a sound all Mehmets make. What kind of imbecile goes and makes them names a Mehmet Gigi anyway? I guess we're supposed to know what a Mehmet is. I've never seen one before, I feel like, in this whole game. Gigi, I like this name. Thank you, kind sir. But how will this new name help me to remember who I am? Patience, Gigi. This is the only beginning. Next, we will return to the city and see if we cannot find anyone who knows who you are. Come along. Now that I know our overload is safe and sound, I too must take my leave and return to my brothers. I dare say rigor mortis will set in if I remain here any longer. Bound for Thenelen, allow me to accompany you. Julian will give me no end of trouble if I keep her waiting much longer. Though perhaps she will forgive me once I tell her of Hildy's return. I'm slowly being surrounded by vomit, and I need to be very careful when I get up. This is rather a lot to digest, though you have the look of one accustomed to such happenings in any case. You okay, baby girl? In any case, regardless of Mr. Snashshoe's protestations, don't throw up there. That's gonna be so annoying, clean. The inspection will not be granted access to the capital until we can confirm that he's not a heretic. You have my word that he'll be treated fairly. I thought that was his mom before. Who is it now? Oh, he's right here. I'm just watching my cat. Fury take me. That man, Shen. I suppose you've heard the news then, that Inspector Hildibrand was cleared of all suspicion and judged more than an eccentric curiosity. If you're looking for him, good luck. I want to thank him for his cooperation, but as soon as the Temple Knights released him, he and his assistant ran off to God's nowhere with that mammoth in tow. As for my investigation, in spite of all the twists and turns, I've managed to salvage a satisfactory result. As far as the Inquisition is concerned, the suspicious vagabond was not more than a zombie which wandered away from the Dusk Vigil, sickness which has since been purged. So it would seem that all is right with the world once more. For now, I have no doubt that the Inspector will turn up again like a bad gill, and when he does, trouble is sure to follow. Yeah, they made the chapter so short then. God, I cannot read this font. I thought the Watcher was his mom. I thought that we solved that. I pray this Eve finds you well, Shen, or at least better than it finds me. It seems I have no choice but to seek out that inspector and convince him to surrender up his Mehmet to me. It was unearthed under the most suspicious circumstances, after all, and who can say what secrets or heresy it might hold? Therefore, the Inquisition would conduct a thorough inspection, and if it must needs destroy it. Given his affinity for the contraption, I fear the inspector may not be amenable to my request. Nevertheless, he must be made to see that it is in the interest of public safety. Would you be willing to help me persuade him? Fury be praised, at least you see reason. Let us pray he will as well. I'm given to understand that while the inspector and his assistant have been wandering all over the city with the Mehmet in tow, they often frequent the gazebo near Fortemps Manor. With any luck, they will be there now. We should go to Last Vigil. GG. Verily shall we scour all creation from the deepest pits of 7 hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the answers we seek. Every day shall be filled with grand adventures, the stuff of fairy tales and legends. Huzzah! A grand adventure in the deepest pit of the 7 hells. Just so. Such is the creed of Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Oh my god, he's already following him. Well posed, GG, well posed. I dare say you have the potential to be an exemplary inspector someday. Right, that's enough of that. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of the Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine, I hereby command you to surrender that Mehmet of suspected heretical origin into my custody. Why, hello there, Shen, Inquisitor Sir, ever the jester. Accusing poor GG of being a clockwork heretic, when 'tis plain to see that he is merely a precocious young lad. Oh, there you go again, confusing the poor girl, as if those big, beautiful, boxy eyes aren't the soul of femininity. Nashu, please. Were you not witness to the magnificent display of Mandravillian masculinity mere moments ago? I mean, technically, I can do those poses too. That's because you haven't taught her any better. She needs a proper role model to show her what's what. I love how I'm so chill with it. I feel like my character's just like, we're just going along with this, because what can we even do? Mr. Shiny, Inspector Sir, what's all this commotion? We can hear you from the courtyard. Oh, Lord Edmund, my sincerest apologies for the disturbance. I am come to seize this Mehmet on behalf of the Inquisition, a fact which I clearly explained to the inspector before you arrived. At which point, they set on bickering about the contraption's gender. What do you say, my lord? Do you think Gigi is a boy or a girl? He's gonna... Tis clearly a strapping young lad, no? Fury take me not you too, has the whole world gone mad? Fine, fine, but even supposing that Gigi is a real boy, you cannot deny that the circumstances of his discovery and miraculous resuscitation were very most unusual. He cannot be suffered to roam the city with impunity until the Inquisition is determined that he's not a threat. I beg your pardon? Miraculous resuscitation? He was hit with a hammer like 5 or 6 times. I see. But until at such time as Gigi recovers his memory, perhaps it would be best if you adopted him as a ward of House Mandeville. I will even stand as a witness here and now if you wish. Adopt? Then would that make me... Gigi's father? Doubtless the Inquisition would think better of taking any action which might threaten the cordial relationship between our two houses. Yes, of course, I'll do it. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby grant this child the patronage of House Mandeville. Papa Hildy! Papa Hildy! The Inspector's finally become a father! It's so beautiful! Quite. Now that you no longer need... Now that you need no longer fear the Inquisition, you are free to show Gigi more of our fair city. Indeed, I strongly encourage you to do so. Mayhaps by the grace of the Fury, something will jog his memory. Thank you, Lord Edmund. I shall not forget this kindness. Come, my faithful assistant, my beloved son. We must away. Oh, Helone, I would not presume to question your grand design, but confound it all. Well, mayhaps I cannot detain the Mehmet, but I'm still within my rights to observe the bastard thing. Oh, the blasted thing, my bad. Don't throw up on the bed, okay? Lord Gobbert will be pleased to hear that his son is hale and healthy as ever. Not that I would ever presume to meddle on another father's behalf, and certainly would not without consent. Okay, not that far then. Come now, Gigi. Surely gazing upon this wondrous work of Ishgardian architecture stirs something in your soul. This grand manor of House Durin Malstamsarte. Pray do not fill the boy, the Mammoth's head, with such nonsense. That is the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic inquisitory doctrine. I should know, I work there. Furthermore, I'm quite certain that there's no House Durin Malstamsarte. That is a rather ludicrous portmanteau of the four high houses, including the esteemed house which but recently stood as witness to your adoption. Well, Gigi, do you remember anything? No, nothing. I say, rather than parading him around before the grandiose, why not give him a taste of something more prosaic? Let us make our way to the holy stables, that he might bask in the singular sights, sounds, and smells of Ishgard's famous chocobos. Oh gosh. I don't know how to get there easily enough. Where am I? Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. God, that's so long. Sky Steel. In the upper or lower floor? There. Splendid specimens of horse bird flesh, would you not agree? In the hands of a skilled jockey, any one of them could take first place at the saucer. Those chocobos are the pride of the Ishgardian cavalry, and any temple knight who dare exploit them for personal gain would answer to the Fury herself. How about it, Gigi? Do you remember anything about Ishgard? Be sure to sniff the chocobos, it might help. I didn't. You know, just because you found him in a Coerthan snowbank doesn't mean that he hails from Ishgard. Which is why we ought to take him to the markets and exposing him to all manners of goods from all across the Eorzea. Excellent suggestion, Inquisitor. Wait, am I now complicit in this farce? Fury, forgive me. Why do we leave Gigi? Gigi just kills him. Spoiled brat. But I want one, I want one. Buy me a chocobo, please, father. Father, that strange-looking thing is staring at us. GG, GG, GG. Am I that strange-looking? Oh, I already know we're going to the Jeweled Crozier. Why did I search? Why bother? It's no use. Now, Gigi, you must not give in to despair so easily. Did I not promise your days filled with grand adventures, the eventual discovery of your mislaid memories? Spirits, Gigi, spirits. My word, a vase flung to the ground with reckless abandon. Could this be an opening salvo of an indiscriminate campaign of vandalism? The one waged by your wild gesticulations, perhaps. At least look before you strike a pose. The gods only know how much that vase cost. 123,504,000 gil at last assessment. It was over 700 years old and graced the homes of a dozen archbishops, 8 counts, 2 lord commanders, and 1 duke. 100 million gil? Oh, Haloni, why have you forsaken me? Oh, would you look at that? It's a miracle, nay, the divine intervention of the Fury herself. Did I do that? GG, my boy, that was marvelous. You are a born artisan, just like father. Papa Hildy's papa? Your grandfather Gottbert, the man who woke you with a few gentle taps to your noggin. You wouldn't believe what else he can do with the hammer of his. Why, some folks say he wields a very power of life and death. Once he and the missus come back from their tour of the Western Highlands, I'm sure they'd love to see that trick of yours. Do not demean the Mammoth's power as a mere parlor trick. We just witnessed a miracle, and I demand you all acknowledge it. This Mammoth? Sir, I say, good sir, 100 million gil for the Mammoth. Nay, 100 million, and it's the Duke's Duke's priceless face. My word, is this what passes for trade in Ishgard? Gigi's my flesh and blood. I will not sell him at any price. Please, Papa Hilda, no more. I know you mean well, but we cannot deny the truth no longer. I am a Mammoth. Gigi, what ever has gotten into you? You're my son. You're a man of a man. Listen to your papa, Gigi. You're a manderville girl through and through. Stop it, both of you. You're not my papa or my mama. Aw, sad. Well, it's only to be expected. Gigi is at a rebellious age. Strange as it may sound, I too tested my parents' patience. That on more than one occasion. But if they could weather the storm, then so can I. I say we find out what's got him thinking he's a mammoth. But he is a mammoth. How can you not? Oh, never mind. Hildibrand knows his heart, and in his heart that love transcends the dimension of time and space. Definitions of man and machine. Of course, fatherhood never did run smooth, but I, Hildibrand, guardian of Gigi, doty parent extraordinaire, shall find a way to overcome this trial and be reconciled with my beloved son. That's the spirit. Solving a simple case of childhood rebellion should be easy for a man who's unmasked thieves, defeated duelists, and led armies of the undead. Yes, that's all very well. Wait, what was that about the undead? Actually, don't tell me. For now, all that matters is finding that mammoth. We should begin by speaking to the sentries stationed at the city gates and the airship landing. If Fury helps us, he has left Ishgard. We need to know about it sooner rather than later. I'll visit the Ark of the Worthy, while the inspector and his assistant head to the airship landing. You can question the guard at the gate near the manufactory, after which we will regroup and share our findings. Dismissed. Sky Steel. Am I still not next to Sky Steel? No, I'm in the Jeweled Quarries here. Little fellow with the wide-brimmed hat. He came through here, brought passage on a supply ship bound for Falcon's Nest. He was one of them, what's his name, Lalafels, right? Funny little buggers, seemed key to be anywhere but here. That's again so funny. Well, if Gigi left the city, it was not by the main gates. And the sentries at the airship landing seemed to have no one matching his description. Falcon's Nest, fear take me, we must return to that freezing pit of despair. Wherever Gigi goes, I will follow him and find him and embrace him as my son once more. However, I must surmise our final destination lies far beyond the walls of said outpost. Indeed, there is but one reason why we would return to those frozen wastes. To frolic in the snow and cast his worries to the winds. Really? He seems in no mood to frolic when last I saw him. As I recall, he used his arcane powers to mend a vase, only to become morose and belligerent when it became clear to him that he was in fact a mammoth. One might even say he remembered what he was, remembered his purpose, and so he returned to the Western Coethus, the famous breeding ground for heresy when we first found him. And home to his heretic masters, to share with them the intelligence he has gathered on the city. At long last, the undeniable, the unquestionable, the unmistakable scent of heresy. What are we standing around for? We have a heretic to catch. Inspector, I'm starting to think Inquisitor Sir might not think very highly of our little girl. It is possible, but I would not presume to know his feelings ere he voiced them explicitly. Until such time he does, we should endeavor to surreptitiously bring him round to the opinion that Gigi is a boy of pure heart and good intent. Subtlety in all things, Nashu. That is the Mandeville way. Aha, I knew it. The Mehmet immediately left the outpost and looks to have headed north along the river. By fury, I cannot wait to finally catch him in the company of heretics. I don't like your tone, Inquisitor. If our baby girl ran afoul of any heretics, she'd look them square in the eye and tell them she doesn't want any. Hey, Inspector, I think I just had one of those moments, of insight. Maybe Gigi came out here to find Lord Gobbert. I did tell her grandpapa might like to see that trick of hers. Brilliant deduction, Nashu. He must be eager to meet his grandparents. The self-same ones he renounced when he declared you were not his father? Ah, what a fine young gentleman, eager to explore his heritage. Let us make haste, my friends, for a reunion of 3 generations of Mandeville's beckons. I really can't be bothered. Tracks continue north. Oh, it is Godbert. A Mehmet lies motionless in the snow, fragments of ice stuck to its cap, suggesting the impact of something small and round and traveling at high speed. At least he's wearing a real coat for once. My head, who? Oh, it's you. You followed me. Oh, Gigi, if you wanted a snowball fight with your grandparents, you should have said so earlier. Papa Hildo's very worried, though he's glad to see you are unharmed. It would seem he was struck by a snowball, much like those dead Steinbocks. Are you sure he isn't damaged? As if a mere blow to the head could fell our Gigi. We Mandevilles are made of sterner stuff. I myself have been driven headfirst into the earth no fewer than 2 dozen occasions, several times from realms above, and my mind is no less brilliant for the experience. I expect the earth was no less brilliant in experiencing either. Why are you nodding? Oh, he's behind me, isn't he? What good fortune to cross paths with you, lost so far from civilization. Forgive me for not taking notice earlier. I was so engrossed with my duel with Julian. But how rude of me. Would you care to join us? Grandpapa Godbert! Grandpapa Godbert! Mama Nashu says you wield the powers of life and death. I beg of you, Grandpapa Godbert. Grant me life. Make me a real boy. Are you sure about this, son? It may sting a little. He can? I will endure whatever I must to become a real boy. Oh my god. He's gotta power up first. At least he knows to back up now. Let us begin. My body, it's everything I ever wanted. It's perfect. Thank you, Grandpapa Godbird. Thank you. Oh, but I've not even begun to begin. Pierre got to guide my hammer. He's just enormous now. Papa Hildy, I'm a Manderville man. GG, my son, come to your father. Let me have a look at you. Oh my god. Why does he have like a Luffy hat? Papa Hildy. GG. Gonna punch him? What is happening? I guess that was the hat he was already wearing, but it just looks weird now that it's huge. You can't say he's not in Manderville anymore. Ugh, now that brings back some memories. Papa Hildy? Oh dear, who could have done such a thing? By the Fury, it's like the vase all over again, miraculously restored to its original form. GG, my boy, upon further consideration, I believe that this body may suit you best. That is how shall I put this? More manageable. And much more adorable. But how can I ever be accepted as your son if I remain a mammoth? Is that what has been troubling you all this time? But why didn't you say so? A Mandeville is more than flesh and bone. He is vigor, compassion, honor, a gentleman for all seasons. Be you a man or machine, it makes no difference. If they call you a Mehmet, you look them in the eye and say, nay, I am a Mandeville Mehmet. Mother, father, forgive me for not consulting with you earlier, but circumstances forced my hand. I have formally adopted Gigi as my son and the ward of House Mandeville. Ye gods, I knew he was fond of the Mehmet, but did you hear that woman? Our son's gone and got himself a son. Yeah, Gigi's been calling Grandpa for a while now. Grandpapa Godbert, Grandpapa Godbert. Ah, it all makes sense now. Grandpapa Godbert and Grandmama Julian. I've been waiting years to hear those words. Grandpapa Godbert, Grandmama Julian. Few things in life are grander than becoming a grandparent, as they say. Ha 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 ha. And they just laughed off into the sunset together. Julian? Oh no. And what's so bloody grand about it? Does she not want to be old or something? I will not be made grandmother to a bloody buggering Mehmet. It's past time I beat some sense into my beloved boy. That's kind of sad, actually. Fury take me, I'd heard tales of dark nights before, but no, it couldn't be. I think it was something far worse, heretical, like as not. The rules be damned, I'm not risking my life to find out. How did we become so spread out? They're mad, utterly mad, the whole damn lot of them. How their house could rise to such prominence, I will never understand. Well, at least the Mehmet seems to have overcome its existential crisis. But today I didn't know Mehmet could even have an existential crisis. Wait, what am I saying? It's a Mehmet. Why should I care what it claims to think or feel? Fury take me. Their idiocy is infectious. I mustn't allow myself to fall prey to it. Follow procedure. Report to your superior. One step at a time. One step at a time. Dude, I don't know why my face looks so pissed. I'm just like looking at things and I look in the mirror and I'm like, why? He looks so angry. Right then, my superiors have been informed of the Mehmet's adoption by House Mandeville, as witnessed by House Fortin, proceeded to take me to task for my gross mishandling of the situation. They remain convinced that the Mehmet is a product of heretical machinations, and have commanded me to redouble my efforts to prove this incontrovertible fact. That may prove problematic, however, as Gigi seems to have forsaken his quest to recover his memories, and thrown himself wholly into this new life as a Mandeville Mehmet, casting about for any hint of a case along his doting father. In any event, though I do not share my superior's conviction, I think it's safe to say there's something exceedingly unusual about the Mehmet. You saw with your own eyes how effortlessly it restored the vase and itself to its original form. Oh god. Yeah, click. That's something. I don't know. Reconstructed magics are not particularly rare, but his are unlikely, and I have more unlikely than I've ever seen before. Are we gonna cut cutscenes? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that. I'm pretty sure that was the second. Yeah, definitely much shorter than like, it took us 4 episodes to finish the first one, but it's only gonna take us 2 to finish this set of quests. What? Why do we have the pot merchant? I mean, is it a hint for the former story, or it's just a recap of the old story, right? Gotta pose a little bit. Thank you. All right, so we're like halfway done, which means I should not do any more Hildy's quest stuff. This one, each of the quests feels even shorter though than before, because like before it would be like 2 hours to finish 4 of them, and it's not even been 2 hours. Okay, we have the machinist. So I want to see how to do it. Duty, oopsies, duty finder, right? Duty roulette leveling. That's how it works, right? It's duty finder. The only one I have is leveling. The durability of one of my pieces is noticeably low. And then yeah, rolls DPS is automatic. I think there was a second thing I wanted to do though. I want to level just because once I hit 50, I should be able to level up my stuff a lot more too. So I was grabbing a lot of it. Level 60. I'm not strong enough, but I do have a lot of stuff. Is it crafting things then? I was hoping it would be like... just buying things. Alright. If it happens soon, I can do it, but like... I don't know how long I can wait for a duty, because 9 minutes is kind of steep. But anyway, I'll drop the Discord for now. So that'll be where I put when I'm going live and what I'll be playing. I should be back tomorrow at a normal time with, what's it called? Baldur's Gate. I hope so. Check my schedule for tomorrow. My voice. Yeah, I'll have time. 2 hours before would be like 11:50. We're good. So I should definitely be fine for tomorrow. We'll see if Akuma is. Akuma was busy today, so that is why we are here now alone and doing our Hildy day. Unfortunately, I'm doing DPS, so it's a little roughy. Again, if I can find a duty real fast, that'd be nice, but if I can't, we cannot, then we cannot, unfortunately. But, yeah. And then I still need to update the schedule. But so far, I'll be back tomorrow, Monday, and then I'll be back Thursday for sure for TFT. And then Friday we started Injustice. I think I'm gonna finish the main Injustice story actually next time though, because it's real short. But I have Injustice too, so then we'll probably just do that right away. And I'm guessing the story for that won't take as long either, And then after that we'll figure it out. So it'll be like rushing through a couple stories pretty fast, which is kind of funny. Because, like, Injustice, you should play with people, right? But I don't really necessarily have people to play with, nor am I going to be good enough to play with people. It's like it's better, like, as a couch co-op, like, people coming over. You have 2 controllers, and you're like, hey, you want to try to punch each other. But, if you're unable to do that, it's like, I'm not going to play online with randos that are, like, good. Like, Injustice feels very much like something you just play when someone comes over at your house. And then, yeah, so for a game after that, I think there was like some options. Detroit Become Human was one of my thoughts, but I am someone that's like, I need to make sure I get all the right options. And so that almost requires some like studying to make sure I don't fuck up my choices. And then we have, what else? Here, I think I need to exit the duty finder, by the way. Withdraw. Yeah, I'm number 17, I guess, on the waiting list. We're not gonna have time. I'll see it for now, but just because I have to run and do something. Technically, I have time after, but I can't, like, leave the stream on for, like, 30 minutes and then come back. Especially because we don't have necessarily a plan of what we're going to do after. And then, game-wise, yeah. So right now on the roster, throughout the week, we have Final Fantasy, Baldur's Gate, TFT, and Injustice. And so, I mean, the biggest thing is follow the Discord. That's where you'll see what I'm playing and when I'm going live. If I can slot in, you know, a couple extra streams throughout the week, I will, but I can't make like a pure like scheduled game at the moment. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone that came and hung out today. If it is morning for you, good morning. If it is night, good night. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.